In this video, we will briefly orient you to the implementation guide for non-clinical data, the SEND-IG, or the Standard for Exchange of Non-Clinical Data Implementation Guide. The SEND-IG is based on the SDTM. Non-clinical trials or studies are those which do not involve human subjects. Non-clinical research is generally to test a drug, procedure, or treatment in animals with the goal of assessing safety. Non-clinical studies are often required before clinical trials in humans can be started. In the video SDTM Model Concepts, we discussed the Study Data Tabulation Model, or SDTM, which serves as the data model used to tabulate study data. But it is important to note, the SDTM serves as the underlying data model for implementation guides for other use cases in addition to SEND. These guides, shown in the green layer of the triangle, include the SDTM-IG for use with human clinical trials, as well as SDTM-IG for medical devices, and others. Therapeutic area user guides build from SDTM and the SDTM-IG and will be discussed in other videos. For non-clinical data, SEND is the base implementation guide built on SDTM. Before using any of the SEND implementation guides, we recommend reading the SDTM to familiarize yourself with the model concepts. The SEND-IG guides users on the organization, structure, and format of standard non-clinical study tabulation datasets for exchange between organizations or to be submitted to a regulatory authority. Together, the SDTM and the SEND-IG serve as a map that orients you on how your data fits into the standard. As discussed in the SDTM Model Concepts video, the data model is organized at the highest level by observation class, for example, interventions, events, or findings. The fundamental unit of the SEND-IG is the domain. A domain can be thought of as describing one dataset in a SEND submission or exchange data package. Domains are also organized by observation class. Domains are made up of three components: specification tables, assumptions, and examples. Specification tables are a list of a subset of variables from the observation class to which the domain belongs. Typically, the variables shown will be the most commonly used variables for representing concepts within a domain's topic area. In other words, not all variables available for use are shown in every domain. The complete set of variables available can be found in the SDTM by observation class. All domains are described in a domain table, and each is laid out the same way. The columns show the variable, label, data type, controlled terminology to which the variable is subject, if applicable, the variable role, any notes on implementation, and finally, the core value, which specifies whether the variable is required, expected, or permissible for the domain. Assumptions are listed below each domain specification table and provide a definition of the domain and how it is used. Assumptions may provide further instruction on which concepts should or should not be represented in the domain, and may provide direction on how specific variables should be used in various use cases. Assumptions are important and should always be reviewed before attempting to implement the domain. Finally, examples are the third component of a domain in the SEND-IG. Examples typically include a brief narrative that explains the concept the example illustrates. Next, row descriptions may be required to explain what the individual rows in the dataset example depict, and may highlight how the use of certain variables are required to illustrate the concept. Finally, the dataset example shows how to implement the domain for the concept or concepts described. Be aware that more complex concepts may require the use of more than one domain to fully illustrate them. This video has given you a brief look at the elements of an implementation guide and introduction to the SEND implementation guide. We hope this helps you as you begin your journey with CDISC standards.